So, my love, you consider yourself to be in something that you call a no contact situation. And you just don't know how to apply all this knowledge to get yourself out of it, right? To manifest contact. Well, if this is your case, my love, buckle up because I have a lot to say on the topic. Let's discuss and dissect this together today. I'm also gonna do something that I don't usually do, and there's a big reason for it, which is this time I'm gonna structure my video into steps. The reason that I don't do this usually is because you're gonna be left with the impression that manifestation is done in steps. Like, okay, first your self concept, and then repetition, and then persistence. You're gonna keep on treating manifestation as a formula, and it's not. But for the sake of these people that arrive here, they listen to me, and because they're looking for steps, they miss out on the essence. I said, let me be tricky today. Let me pack your pill inside your treat and give it to you this way. Because maybe this way is going to be how finally you're going to get it. But so you know, my love, there's no steps to manifestation. Okay? There's no steps. Without any further ado, let's start. So, how do you manifest yourself out of a no contact situation? Well, step number one would be for you to realize what you're doing, my love. Because how else can you, let's say, change something if you're not even aware that you're doing it, right? And to be even more specific about it, I want you to realize what no contact is. No contact, it's a made up little concept, just like anything else. Every little concept on this world, my love, it's made up by us. And this is the great news. If you don't like a concept and the experiences that it gives you, you don't have to keep it. Let me tell you, like a story time here. So, prior finding out about the law of assumption, at some point, I realized that, hey, maybe I'm the drama. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe the scream comes from inside the house because I couldn't avoid my love any longer not seeing this. Like my life was on a loop, literally, going over and over and over again through the same shit, both in my love life and also in my financial life. So I couldn't avoid any longer not to see it. So obviously, as the self-help queen that I am, I started looking for answers. And I repeat myself, prior the law of assumption and understanding all this, well, I found some answers in the dating advice community. Mind you, my love, this is an era that I recommend you skip because all these people, even if their intention is good, a lot of them they truly think that they're helping out, but are they? I love coming across all these love and dating advices and consuming all this content. I came out of this with a lot of stupid and useless assumptions. Concepts like no contact, ghosting, orbiting, mixed signals, attachment styles and attachment style issues, narcissism, what have you. I could go on forever. And all these concepts didn't fix my problem. If anything, made it more obvious and more present. Because you see, my love, I already started from the premise that I have a problem. Well, that was not bad because this is how I, came across the law of assumption and I started my journey. But mind you, when you start from the premise that you have a problem, this 3D mentality of let me fix it, let me find solutions for it, for a made up problem, will only keep the problem there. And not only that, it amplifies it because now you have the notion of what a no contact is, and what ghosting is, and what orbiting the hell is. Hey, listen, the newest one that I heard of was, I don't even know the name, but was about only having a partner in the weekends, like a weekend partner. What? Anyway, this is recent. My mom showed me that, was like, what the fuck is this nowadays? I don't know, mom, I don't know. But, anyways, as I said, all these new concepts did not help, but made my situation worse because now I had to be aware of more shit. And every time somebody would come into my life, I would pass them through even more filters like this. Because that's what we do, my love. Let me explain something about our beautiful human mind. We love patterns because patterns gives us this sensation of stability. At least we know what's going on or where things are headed towards, right? So we're good at identifying patterns and creating them. We connect dots where there's no fucking dots. We do this all the time. So not only we are good at this, we're also good at identifying fluctuations within the patterns, changes, right? And we don't like that. So whenever we sense a change in a pattern, we're gonna wanna know why. We're gonna wanna get to the bottom of shit. And by overanalyzing something, my love, at some point you will wanna make up a name to what you're looking at. So for further references. So this is what no contact is as well, my love. At some point somebody observed that something is changed in their pattern of communication with somebody, and they slapped a label on that. They made up a name for it. And they said no contact, or they said ghosting. Mind you, no contact, it's a technique that is being used. It's more of a technique, yeah? That's being used in the dating advice community to recover somebody's interest. So you would go in a no contact. You would stop talking to this person so you make them realize. Well, all bullshit. Yeah, all bullshit. So, my love, this is what no contact is, a made up concept. And you know what? If you don't like it, you can erase it out of your reality. Let me tell you this one little thing. So, when I was transitioning mentally from dating advice to law of assumption, and I started understanding a little bit what Neville was saying, somebody entered my life. And mind you, this guy, poor guy, to be honest, he really showed up in the worst moment because I was so plagued with all these new assumptions and definitions from the dating community. And mind you, I was in a place in that time of being very wary of everything. I was living out of fear. I was living out of trying to avoid more disappointments, betrayals, or being taken as a fool. So again, I thought I was smart by knowing all these definitions because I thought dating nowadays is like that. I thought this is a universal truth, yeah? So I thought by learning the rules of the game, I'm gonna be ahead. Little did I know that what I was trying to avoid, I was actually creating in my experience. Not only there was no contact prior me knowing about no contact, I would not take things this way. Yeah. So now I had a new definition for that. And when you have a definition of it, you're gonna start experiencing it just like that. So this guy showed up in the worst moment possible. And girl, I placed on his forehead a lot of labels like this. In my eyes, he was a player. I don't know what the hell attachment issues I gave him to explain the way he shows up. or to try to be smart and not get caught into the bullshit. Anyways, I placed a lot of labels on his forehead, and obviously I would start to experience him just this way. And then Neville shows up in my life, and I start to understand things. I start to understand, oh my God, so are you telling me that if I stop calling it ghosting, it stops being ghosting? And girl, I just tested it. I said, okay, let me see. I'm not gonna assume that he's ghosting me if he doesn't talk to me for 3 days. If Neville is right, well, I should be free of ghosting, right? And yeah, this happened. And mind you, in my head, this guy was like the perfect example of somebody that would end up ghosting you at some point. But he didn't. And mind you, also at some point we were at a physical distance. And still, all that family and attention may be on him, the distance and everything. We kept on talking for months. Okay, things did twist afterwards, but it was not because of him, but because of me changing my mind about what's happening again. But that's for another video, okay? What I want you to see here is that, yeah, if you stop calling it no contact, it stops being no contact. If you stop calling it ghosting, you stop being ghosted. And mind you, I understand your fear. You being wary, trying to figure out everything that could go wrong. You think you're preparing yourself in case of one of these scenarios. But you're not, my love, you're creating them on the spot. Just like people looking for blockages. You create that blockage on the spot. We don't do this over here. Well, how do you want life to be, people to be? Let me tell you, ever since I don't consider that narcissists are a thing in my life, I don't see them. Nobody's out there trying to take advantage of me anymore. Do you understand? None of that fucking shit. And even if things, I don't know, turn in a way that I don't really prefer, I don't get to experience narcissists anymore. Because I don't call anything a narcissist anymore. But anyways, so my love, this would be step number 1. Realize that no contact, it's a made-up concept that you just adopted and you made it yours. And I don't know what happened in your situation with your SP, but you were quick to place this label on it. And my love, do you understand what confirmation bias is? If I choose to see that I'm being ghosted, I'm gonna create the evidence. My mind is gonna create the evidences. Everything that's gonna come my way is gonna reinforce my point of view. Now change your point of view and you get evidences for this other point of view. That's all that happens all the freaking time. I'm sorry to tell you, my love, that all these people that you're paying to teach you how to affirm and how to reprogram your mind, you're wasting your time, dear. You don't need all of this. You only need a change in perception. That's all you need. So get rid of this definition, first of all. You're not witnessing a no contact situation. And this leads us to step number 2, which is give a new definition to what's happening right now. And I highly recommend you start at the end, meaning you start with what you want. What do you want out of this person? Who do you want them to be for you? Your partner? Start there. Decide that this is the case. Decide that this is where you are and what you're witnessing right now. Even if it looks bad or... Because nothing comes with built-in meaning. I mean nothing, my love. And even after you decide that something means I don't know what the hell, even if that experience is going to be super real, and it is real, just realize it has to feel real so you can give yourself an experience. Otherwise, we would be in life like watching a movie. Can you have emotions when you watch a movie? Yeah, but you still know it's a movie. You don't immerse yourself with the characters, right? In order for you to have a full, complete 180 experience, you will have to immerse yourself with the character to live this in your skin. So, my love, decide again, decide that what you're experiencing, it's actually your desire. My love, hear me out, especially when it's about love stories. Love stories are not linear. It's not pink and butterflies all over from the get-go. And it's fine. By the way, knowing about manifestation will not save you giving yourself a hard time. Because if you want, you can, it doesn't really matter how much you know. If you want to take something badly, you will take something badly. So just realize, my love, right now, what you're witnessing is not the opposite of what you want. It's not a no contact that you have to freaking fix. It's actually your desire. You don't have to do anything about it. This is how it looks for right now, and we know why it looks like this, because you kept on telling the story of I'm in a no contact. You kept on trying to fix the no contact. You've been everywhere doing anything but being in the wish fulfilled. Do you see it? If you want a reason for why the silence, my love, this is one reason. You kept on looking at what's happening as silence the hell. My love, you can only experience your own meanings. And you're going to experience the meanings based on the meaning itself. So, my love, start at the end. I also want to mention this. I'm not sure if I did in the step number 1. I should have done there, but it doesn't matter. My love, this no contact has such a chokehold on everybody. Really. It doesn't matter how much you know about the law of assumption. When you're in a no contact, somehow all that goes out the window. And again, somehow you think it's your SP's fault. Like, they don't want to talk to you. They don't want to communicate with you. But it's not. Let me remind you. It's still you who at some point decided that what you were looking at was a no contact. But when you stay in the shit, it doesn't smell anymore, and you cannot tell where that shit came from. Yeah, you forget that you got yourself in there. But worry not, my love. Just realize this is not something that your SP is doing to you. At some point, you decided that your situation is a no contact, and you kept on experiencing it as such. It's very important for you to realize this, my love, because then you bring your power back to yourself. Now you get it again. Oh my God, it was in my hands all along. Yeah, it was. And it still is. Another thing that I also see with a lot of frequency when it comes to no contact situations with my people, yeah? Again, this no contact idea, this little shit, this little made up concept has the power to even make people forget about their initial desire with their SPs. Because let's say you wanted to be married with this person, or just to have a date, or whatever. It doesn't really matter. But the moment you realize that you're in a no contact, somehow you shifted all your attention on this. And somehow you think you have to fix the no contact first before you can finally get what you want. You don't. My love. I also do not recommend to try to manifest yourself out of a no contact situation. Stop making out of this an obstacle or a condition, my love. Stop robbing yourself of your power. Because that's what you do. Let's say you want marriage with this person, but right now you're focusing on fixing this imaginary no contact. Aren't you robbing yourself? My love, being with somebody implies that you talk to that person. At least, well, I don't know for others, but to me it's implied. It's implied also that person treats me like a queen, because I'm not taking any less. So all of this is implied, right? Stop treating No contact as an obstacle that you have to overcome, as something that you have to fix first before you can get what you want. My love, stop putting anything, for this matter, in between you and the end of the wish fulfilled, because it becomes your end. The moment you think you have a problem and you moved into this problem, you're not in the end of the wish fulfilled. You think you have to fix this first before you can be there. Stop doing this to yourself. Stop, yeah? And this leads me to point number 3, or step number 3, or hack number 3, which is live your life. Stop over consuming manifestation content. Stop over analyzing your SP's behavior, even in the past, or what they said and they didn't do. All this is so unnecessary, my love. Again, this takes me back to step number 2 when I said to you, how do you want to experience this person? I'm not asking you who you think they are, how you perceived your situation up until this point, what went down between you two. My love, you cannot step into a new world carrying all this bullshit with you. You can't. My love, if you want to, let me give you this analogy, maybe you understand me better. My love, if you want to listen to Celine Dion, you'll have to play Celine Dion. But right now what you're doing is that you're playing Metallica. And somehow, miraculously, you want Celine Dion to sing instead of Metallica. Do you see what I mean here? So this is, and by the way, I love Metallica. I'm a millennial, yeah? I grew up with Metallica, Linkin Park, Evanescence, The Nightwish. I love this. And also love Celine Dion. It's not a comparison of that kind, okay? I just want to make a contrast here. So if you want to listen to Celine Dion, why are you keep on pressing play on Metallica, my love? So this is what you do when you want a new reality with your SP, but you drag along all this shit that went down between you two. But this is the reason that I gave up on my first SP, because I couldn't for the life of me see him and experience him the way I wanted, and not the ideas that I made up about him. I couldn't. And I knew if I keep on seeing him this way, nothing is gonna change. Because I have to change first. The way I see him has to change. And mind you, you don't need freaking repetition for this. And girl, you know what? I'm so sick and tired of this fucking robotic bullshit affirmations. You know what happens with robotic bullshit? After a while of repeating this mindless shit to yourself, you finally accept the idea, hey, this is not so crazy. My SP can be into me. You don't have to go through all this. Let me show you easy and boss level repetition. Let's talk about concepts again. What is your concept of success? What do you think success means to you? Let me tell you what I think success means to me. To me, success means one follower or one life that I helped change. To me, that's success already. And see, I already have the follower. I already changed that more than one life so far. So I live constantly on repeat. In the end, which says I'm successful. And I couldn't care less about uploading daily, numbers, followers, comments, and all this fucking shit. I don't define myself based on fucking that. Do you see? Borrow this from my book. So this is through repetition. Repetition that doesn't feel, you don't sense it. It's not painful and doesn't feel like hell. I live constantly in the end, which says I've already succeeded and I keep on succeeding. Same here, my love. If you change your point of view on what's happening, you don't have to repeat some shit mindlessly to yourself. I'm sorry, but I'm so sick and tired of this kind of mentality around manifestation. You don't need all of this. You're God. God did not wait for 3 business days for light to become light. Did not affirm for it. Didn't have to impress its subconscious mind. Jesus. Anywho, let's recap, my love. Step number 1. Realize that what you're looking at, is just a concept that you borrowed from I don't know who the hell. But if you don't like the kind of experiences that this concept creates for you, you can give up on this concept. You can eliminate it out of your out of your reality. Sorry. How? By realizing it's just a fucking concept. This is not reality. This is somebody else's reality. It doesn't have to be mine as well. Second of all, now that you eliminated this definition, you need another one. So, my love, start at the end. Look at what's happening through another perspective. Realize that you're not looking at the opposite of your desire. It's your desire happening. It may not look nice sometimes, yeah? But nonetheless, it's your love story happening with its good and its bad stuff. There's a massive difference, my love, between looking at this from the perspective of, oh, I'm in a no contact, I have a problem, this is the opposite of what I want, and realizing that you're actually witnessing your desire unraveling. Then you can lay back, my love. You can drop all these nonsense processes. And you can finally enjoy because you understand, okay, this is how my love story looks like. Because they're not linear and they're not all the same and they're not pink and butterflies all over from the beginning to end. I've seen amazing love stories, my love, of people that got separated for years and even got together with other people for a while. It doesn't have to be your case. I'm just saying that love stories come in all shapes and forms, and yours is not an exception. But recognize it, because how can you experience something if you don't recognize it, for God's sake, yeah? And third, my love, live life. Allow things to happen. Now that you understand that you're looking at your desire unfolding, there's no reason for you to try to micromanage anything or to keep on doing it. There's nothing to overthink. Stop micromanaging everything that people say to you, every little shit that your SP did. My love, the goal is to free yourself, not to become even more enslaved to this. Stop overthinking everything, my love, and live life. And stop over-consuming manifestation content. Why? Because it leaves you with this impression that you're still not there. There's still more things that you have to do. You're not affirming enough. You're not impressing your subconscious mind enough. You're permanently left with this sensation of not living in the end. Trust me. Please limit the intake of content on this topic, okay? Listen to it because it makes you happy, but not from thinking that you don't know enough or thinking that you're doing something wrong and you're trying to correct it. Have your inner counsel. It's bigger and more important than anything and anybody. Yeah, even more than me. Your inner counsel should be more important than anybody coming over the internet telling you that you're doing things wrong. Yeah? Thank you. And I think I'm done, my love. I think I'm done with this. As always, leave your questions in the comment section. And my love, if I'm not gonna post a video for a week, this is not me ghosting you. This is not me being in a no contact with you. Live life. Yeah? Okay. Thank you and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.